From a hug to a handshake to a slap on the wrist and now a warning, the relationship is clearly changing. US President Joe Biden, speaking on the phone with the occupation prime minister, made it crystal clear. US policy on the war in Gaza will be determined by whether the occupation takes a series of specific, concrete and measurable steps to address civilian harm, humanitarian suffering and the safety of aid workers. The warning might have signaled that Biden is toughening his stance after an occupation strike that killed 7 people delivering food to displaced Palestinians in Gaza.
As pressure is mounting on Israel for its genocidal activities against the Palestinian population, especially after the bombing of the World Central Kitchen aid workers, 7 of whom were killed in 3 separate attacks by Israeli forces this last week, the pressure is also growing on Joe Biden. The President of the United States has continued to emphasize in his public statements that he wants Israel to be more humanitarian, but has refused to cut off aid, which is necessary for Israel to continue to carry out their assault.
The US Democratic Party fears that the genocidal war on the Gaza Strip will turn into a major political responsibility for a US president, which could topple him in the presidential elections scheduled for November. Analysis suggests that Biden is under increasing pressure from Democratic lawmakers over the worsening conditions in Gaza, growing fatalities, and the occupation's likely invasion of the southern city of Rafah. The political headache for Biden is worsened even more with the high number of Americans who are increasingly disapproving the occupation's actions.
Neither do the Democrats and the Republicans as a whole, as the American political elite establishment is committed to supporting Israel. Now, the American people are shifting on that. The atrocities that we see every single night on the news when it gets through, but especially on social media, which shows the horrific destruction of the Gaza Strip and the attack on the people of Gaza.
These pressures carry within them the features of an apparent crack between the two sides, and recent headlines are upping the stakes still more.